we choose investments to suit our lifestyle, we need to start and have a look at where we are financially at this moment. In doing this, we need to consider our personal financial needs and goals. Broken into the shorter term and into the longer term, the short term would focus on cash flow and the needs around that. When we consider the portfolio that we need to put together to actually be able to sustain our short-term and our long-term needs for our lifestyle, we will have to do a proper asset allocation. Asset allocation is actually the process of bringing all the building blocks that investments are made up of into one portfolio. These building blocks would be different investment types like cash or putting your money into a money market account, fixed income instruments, which would be things like bonds, and then listed property and equity, which would be your higher yielding asset classes for the longer term. When we do this, we get a portfolio that can actually provide in our short term and our long term needs for our lifestyle. When we get used to a specific lifestyle, we would like to maintain that lifestyle by the day that we retire. When we have to think about retirement, we need to consider the growth rate of our portfolio to be able to keep up with the increases in prices of our lifestyle. Unfortunately, the quoted CPI in the country is not the one that your prices actually increase with. Your lifestyle price increases would be more specific to what you buy and the type of lifestyle that you lead. We have to consider that for the investments that we want to make for retirement. Retirement investments are investments that are focused on the long term. When we focus on investments for the long term, we would like to invest the majority of our assets into an asset class that yields the highest return over the long term compared to other asset classes. This asset class would be equities. When we consider equities and the inclusion of equities into a portfolio, we find that we can't manage a portfolio for the long term if we don't include the substantial part of the portfolio into equities. This higher yielding return will help us to maintain our lifestyle by the day that we have to retire.